Hello YouTube, my name is Stephen and welcome to my B2 listening playlist. In this video, you are going to hear an audio all about vampires. Here are the 5 comprehension questions. However, you do not need to write these down. Number 1. In which country did people believe vampires had one nostril? This hole here in your nose is a nostril. Human beings have 2 nostrils. Number 2. Which 2 authors are mentioned? 3. Where did people place a citrus fruit in the mouth of a dead body? Citrus fruits include oranges, lemons and grapefruits. 4. Where was the novel Dracula set? This means where did the story happen? 5. Where did people place a wax cross in the mouth of a dead person? You might want a piece of paper to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your answers. However, the questions will stay on screen. Let's begin.
Vampires have never been more popular. It seems that we can't get enough of blood-sucking characters at the cinema, in books, or on television. The Twilight novels by Stephenie Meyer have sold over 42 million copies worldwide. The American TV shows True Blood and The Vampire Diaries both have millions of fans. These films, TV shows, and books portray vampires as good-looking, sexy characters. However, vampires haven't always been so loved. According to the folklore of many cultures, a vampire is a creature that feeds on the life force of humans, usually in the form of blood, to survive. In Western European culture, the vampire myth is of Slavic origin. In this mythology, a vampire was once a human who, after death, became a blood-sucking predator. The description of these creatures varies in each region. Among the Slavic peoples, Greeks, and in parts of Eastern Europe, a vampire was a corpse. In these cultures, people believed his or her body was swollen and blood came out of the mouth or nose. Their nails, hair, and teeth were longer than when they had been buried. In ancient China, vampires were called Shijiang. People believed they had stiff limbs so they could only move forward in small jumps with outstretched arms. These vampires were completely blind, but they detected people by their breath. The ancient Chinese believed that if a person was bitten by a vampire, then they became one too. In Transylvania, which many people think is the origin of the vampire myth, vampires were said to be thin, pale, have long nails, and pointed teeth called fangs. In Bulgaria and Poland, the description of vampires was not very attractive at all. These vampires were said to have one nostril and a kind of sting on the end of their tongue. In every culture which had the vampire myth, there were different ways of protecting yourself against them. If a person had been bitten by a vampire, the Celtic people used to bury the body upside down to stop the victim coming back as a vampire. For the same reason, the Thracians and ancient Bulgarians used to amputate limbs and cut the feet or other parts of the body before burying it. In Rhodes and some other Greek islands, a wax cross was placed between the lips of the corpse. A piece of pottery with the inscription, "Jesus Christ Conquers," was also buried with the body to prevent it from becoming a vampire. In Eastern Europe, it was normal to put a clove of garlic in the mouth of the dead body. However, in the Saxon regions of Germany, it was a lemon in the mouth. The vampire myth was made famous by the novelist Bram Stoker in his gothic horror novel Dracula, which was published in 1897. In this literary classic, a young solicitor called Jonathan Harker travels from England to Transylvania to work for the mysterious Count Dracula. He soon realizes that there is something strange happening in Dracula's mysterious castle, and terrible things begin to occur. The idea of vampires has fascinated people for centuries. What will vampires be like in the future? Nobody can predict this, although it seems certain that we will be as interested in them as ever.
You might want to listen one more time. However, if you're ready, I will go through the answers. If you would like to read the text to go with this audio about vampires, you can find it in my book, Intermediate English Comprehension, Book 1, There are 15 articles all about fascinating topics like vampires, Machu Picchu and more. But now, time for the answers. 1. In which country did people believe vampires had one nostril? There are 2 possible answers, either Bulgaria or Poland. 2. Which 2 authors are mentioned? They are Stephanie Meyer and Bram Stoker. 3. Where did people place a citrus fruit in the mouth of a dead body? It was in Germany and it was a lemon. 4. Where was the novel Dracula set? In England and in Transylvania, which is now Romania. 5. Where did people place a wax cross in the mouth of a dead person? In Rhodes and some Greek islands. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found it useful. If you did, there are a few things that you can do to help me. You can leave me a comment. I really love to read your comments. I hear from people all over the world who share their English learning adventures with me. So go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know what else you would like to learn. You can also give this video a thumbs up, and that really helps me with the algorithm so that more people can find my channel. And you can also subscribe. It costs nothing and it's a big help. Finally, if you know somebody who is learning English and this video is at their level, then please share it with them on social media, by WhatsApp, in whatever way that you would like to share it. Finally, you can also check out my other videos. I have videos on vocabulary, I have English listening comprehension videos, and I have my speciality, which are videos where I show you how to write at a B2 or a C1 level and above. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. And finally guys, if you are interested in my book Intermediate English Comprehension, which is where this audio on vampires comes from, you can find it on Amazon. If you look here, this book currently has 3,500 almost 5-star reviews. There is also a book 2, a book 3, a book 4 and a book 5, and they will really help take your English reading comprehension but also your listening comprehension skills to the next level.